So have you had a chance to try the Arctic Berry Red Bull yet? The new winter edition?
Yes, I did. And
it tastes and smells like fingernail polish remover. At least to
yeah.
me.
Yeah, and it's berry. It should taste good. But it
Yeah,
does not.
it does not taste like any berry I've ever had in my life. I've
Fingernail
never
polish
had...
berry.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. Hi, and welcome to the Creepy and Weird podcast. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Amy.
And thank you for coming back, or if this is your first time, thank you for joining us. So, yeah, tonight we're just going to start with a little bit of gabbing here. You know, slowly, but I have something that I kind of wanted to address, and this just recently happened with me, and I also want to say sorry because our schedule's a little thrown off. It's my fault, but a couple weeks ago, I had a charming call from contact tracing, and I was exposed to somebody with COVID, and so I, just walked into work too when they gave me the phone call. I had to leave, and I'm like, oh my God, stepped into work, and they're like, well, can you tell us who you've been in contact with? And I'm like, no, I'm a bartender. Like, everybody? No, I'm sorry. So, I had to leave and go straight home, and ended up, they scheduled me the next day. I had my COVID test, and that's when my throat got sore, and I started coughing, and then I got really scared. Well, after a 5-day quarantine at home and a 3-day wait, my results came back. I was negative. And it turned out I had the unfortunate timing of getting like a horrible cold. Like like, for real, it was a cold. But no, I was definitely sweating it, there for a couple days. And yeah, so, sorry. My fault. I'm better now. I couldn't have even recorded. You had talked to me. I sounded horrible. So yeah, but COVID, it's a thing.
Yep.
It is definitely a thing, and it's starting to get a little more real for some people. I mean, it's very real for many people at this point in time. And my sympathies go out to anybody who has, if you have it. Your family, I'm very, because my mother, we got, I got the call. The day I got my results back that I was negative, I got the call that my mother is positive. However, she's one of the asymptomatics. So, that's kind of, she's been doing okay. No cough, no fever, nothing like that. But, yeah. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was actually watching the news, and they were, I forget what channel it was on, they were interviewing some nurses, and some of them were saying they had patients who were actively dying. They were like on their deathbeds and still saying that they didn't believe COVID was real.
Which, how, at that point in time?
They're like, how can this be happening? It's like not real. And
right.
I can't even wrap my head around that.
Yeah, that just... Mm-hmm. And but then, at least for me, so I come out of that, and I'm like, yay, we can record, we can get this new episode done. And then I lost power for 3 days, and it snowed, and it was cold, and it was miserable. I hate camping in my house. I'm just gonna put that out there. I hate camping in my house, and that's what it felt like. So, yes, COVID, power outage.
Oh, boy.
I'm totally over Mother Nature right now.
Over this year.
Yes. This year has been terrible. Terrible. Except for us. This is great. This has been the highlight for me, so, and I enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
And hopefully people are enjoying watching. So.
Good to get something, going again.
Yes. We had our old website that we used to run in the 90s and early 2000s, and yeah, so missed that. And I actually think this is fun. I do. I enjoy doing the whole being able to see, I mean, we were early on in the internet where, like, you know, you couldn't even, you know, like even for early conceived podcasts, you know, it was hard to do because everybody had dial up, you know.
Yeah, it'd take you like 8 years to download it.
Right. And streaming wasn't really a thing. And, you know, so I'm happy for some technology. And it has definitely been kind to both of us.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we going to talk about tonight?
Frog.
It's so stupid, but I love it.
Unexpected sounds grab our attention.
It's like so hard to believe this thing is so angry.
Like this,
It's so cute.
Rain frog. Squeaking viral sensation. But sometimes more unexpected sounds grab our attention. Like this desert rain.
Great.
I know it isn't creepy, but it's definitely weird.
In Peru,
But never would have thought that a hummingbird would
escaping
snore.
from a tiny body.
But the frog is definitely creepy and weird because it's an ugly little toad. But it just sounds so cute. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's little. How about what have you watched?
I was talking more about channels and things, but
Okay.
I've been watching Ask a Mortician, and watching some Shrouded Hand, and he just went on Ginny Green Teeth, which I thought was interesting when it comes to like folklore and things, and it's like if there's a pond like with duckweed all over it, Ginny Green Teeth is a monster that lives underneath of it and will snatch you up if you're a kid wandering around there. And let's see, plainly difficult I've been watching too, and that's a lot of like radiation accidents and things.
Right. I'm not. I don't know why lately. I have been watching a lot of the Kenny JD. I love her Saturdays, Bad Movies in a Beat. And she recently, I watched for Halloween, she did one of her reviews for the movie Teeth, which I think that movie's great.
Oh yeah.
But having a background in horror movies, I mean, I'm not going to argue with her. It's not a great movie. It is a bad movie, but it's a good horror movie. Overall, though, it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
But I actually really loved that, and I thought her take on that was just great. I thought it was funny. It's definitely worth checking out if you haven't. I'm a slave to her every Saturday morning. I'm like, I have to watch, see what she has to say.
Yeah. Also, I sent you that video to that Kyle Hill video on why COVID breaks our brains or something was the title. And I also really liked his video on drowning machines, which is like if there's a dam and it's set up in a certain way, like if you end up in the water there, you will be dead because you can't get out no matter what.
I like his breakdown on how castles are designed death traps. I thought that video was really good of his, if you haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that one.
And then I also watched his science on cat claws.
Cool.
So,
yeah.
Because that's how you get me. If anything with cat in it, it's automatically in my YouTube home. They're like, hey, cat lady.
Oh, that's showing up for me right now because it's from a week ago.
Okay, yeah. No, I really enjoyed the science of cat claws video that he did. I mean, I'm a cat owner of many years, so I already knew how cat's claws shed. They don't actually grow like ours do. And, so It wasn't like really wasn't anything I didn't know, but yeah, if you don't know, if you don't have cats and you're not familiar with it, that's kind of a novel thing there, Like dogs, they just have nails that grow,
Hmm.
but yeah, the way cat's claws grow is weird. And then you'll find them, you'll think like the first time I ever found it, and this is how I went and looked it up,
Mm-hmm.
I thought that one of my cats actually broke their claw off because it just comes off and it looks like an intact claw, but it's almost like if a snake shedding its skin and so on, then they just shed off, and you'll think like, oh my god. Then you go check like every cat's all their feet, and they're fine. So that's when I learned cat's claws shed. They don't have nails that actually grow. So
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
it is definitely an interesting thing.
I was also watching some philosophy tube videos, and it really made me want to buy a pair of wings. But then Jamie sent me a link to some what
The
was
Curious Creations of Christine
oh
McConnell. I lost you.
oh
Okay, sorry. The Curious Creations of Christine McConnell. It was a show on YouTube, or not YouTube, Netflix for one season. She is on Instagram. She does have videos on YouTube. Check her out. She has great ideas, crafting ideas, if you're into that sort of stuff. One of the channels that I love, like you cited, Shrouded Hand, which, yes, I haven't got to watch the new episode, the one that you're talking about yet. But I love the Slapped Ham channel, too. I don't know if you've ever watched it. It's just like compilations of like just weird, creepy videos from across the internet. Some
Okay.
stuff's real. Like I love the one that's like real news broadcasts. But yeah, they over there, he does the footwork, so you don't have to. And yeah, like some things are faked. Like he found out. Like he never claims that everything he finds is real. It's just like, hey, I found a weird video on the internet. Enjoy. And so yeah, it's
oh, what I watched
definitely.
today also on the Ask Mortician, Caitlin Doty is her name, her channel was one on infants that wore the skulls of other infants. I forget what country it was, but like 8 of them were found, and they figured the anthropologists that found them figured that they had to have worn these helmets that were made out of skulls with flesh still on them, because like baby and child skulls won't stay together without flesh on them. I mean, if you're going to wear them as a helmet.
Well, yeah, because they're segmented. They haven't fused together yet.
Yeah, so they were wearing the with skin and flesh still on part of a head of another kid.
That's weird. And I don't know why my brain is broken, because you started saying that and all I could think of was the Cubone Pokemon, who when they're babies they wear the skulls of their mothers. I never claim to be smart, people, okay? If you think that, that's on you. That's weird.
Babies and skull helmets was the video title.
Here's another thing that I know I've been doing this periodically. I don't know why I got really excited about this. Finding random trial footage on YouTube. For I have gone through and watched the Jodi Arias trial again, Scott Peterson, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, whichever ones I could think of and find. Like I've sat here for hours just watching trial videos, and that's one thing I love about YouTube, though. At this point, once I realized I could do that, I was kind of like, "Hey, can I do this? I can do this!" And yeah, so it just sucks that there's older footage you can't find. Did I send you the stuff for Fascinating Horror?
Which one?
The YouTube channel.
Yeah, I've subscribed.
Okay, yeah, they don't have too many videos on there, but
I've probably watched them all now. In fact,
the story of Action Park.
Yeah,
this is an obsession of mine. I am obsessed with Action Park.
Oh yeah.
And you know, I've seen the documentary that's been out, and I've watched countless YouTube videos on it. And I actually know someone. They're older, but they suffer from a back injury due to going to Action Park when they were younger.
Dang, yeah.
I shouldn't be laughing, but you know.
But that's what it's known for, injuries.
Yes,
You know?
yes. And yeah, I don't know why I loved Fascinating Horrors video on Action Park.
But yeah, that's another channel I would mention there, because I think I binge watched pretty much the whole channel over a week or so.
Yeah. One of my other, well, you know, this is one of my weird internet hobbies. My obsession with watching point of view rides, like roller coasters and stuff like that. And so far, I found the Saw roller coaster in what is it, Thorpe Park in the UK. And yeah, I don't know why I'm like, I want to go just around that ride. I don't know why. Well, back when we were like totally coaster enthusiasts, yes, absolutely.
And if we could have like tiny cameras that we could strap on ourselves.
If only the GoPro existed.
Exactly.
Man, put that thing on a headlamp. I got you.
Yeah.
I see you.
Odd. Yeah, I think it's Zoom. Fucking hell.
It's 9 p.m. on a Friday night. This is everybody's new fucking hangout.
Yeah. Do.
Have you ever watched the AKA Aslin YouTube channel?
No.
All right, I'm gonna send you a link here really quick. But we are ladies of various colored hair.
I decided to color them.
And when I'm gonna talk about hair tutorials. You know, everybody likes to throw Bad Mondo out there, and you know he is the patron saint of hair. However, I love some of her tutorials on doing multicolored hair.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, she's got really good advice for removing hair color without totally ruining your hair. So you don't have this happen. You break half of it, and you get a weird haircut. But, you know, yeah. If you haven't seen any of her stuff, though, it's definitely worth a watch. She does some really, really, really neat rainbow dye jobs.
I should have watched this before I tried to do rainbow hair last year.
Oh man, she's done like vertical rainbow. She has done like I'm amazed, and she does it on herself. I'm like, how? Yeah. I would be a mess. I would like be covered in dye. But yeah, no, her videos are really good. Another one of my favorite, Yesterworld Entertainment. Have you ever? And it's amusement parks, and they're great. They like old defunct rides, the evolution of various rides. You know, and it's part of my weird Disney obsession.
Cool. Yeah.
Goddamn, being programmed with Disney from childhood.
Now I'm thinking of that NES game. You remember that Disney
Yes.
one?
Yes.
With the rides.
The Adventures in the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
I never beat that game until I was in my 20s. That's pathetic.
Yeah,
it's so pathetic.
I that. I don't know.
Yes. That's where I think that's the first game that ever really truly gave me like game rage.
Yes.
Like just game rage. And I remember like actually just spiking an NES controller, and they're fragile. And I remember my mom being so mad at me over it. But yeah, I just like, you know, I'd be like one, you know, you lose your lives and you have to start the whole goddamn thing over again.
Yes.
But yeah, I think I finally, like one day I was in my 20s, I had access to an NES, I got drunk and I was like, I'm gonna beat this game. And yeah, that game just, wow. That brought back some, fuck you, man. Fuck that game. Fuck that game.
I'll have to record a clip of me playing it now. So you can
No, the one that always got me is like I would get through like all of them, no problem, and then Space Mountain.
Yep.
It was
exactly.
always Space Mountain, and I just the rest were easy, but then yeah, I just. And then it's like, then you would think like, oh, I'm gonna predict it, and it's like it would change its pattern. And I'm like, I didn't even think a Nintendo chip was smart enough to do that. Yeah. Still having game rage. It's been how many years?
Yep.
I mentioned that game, and I'm like, eh.
Of course.
I've breezed through like survival horror games. I can do like Resident Evil runs with just a combat knife, and a goddamn Disney game with just. Probably shouldn't say goddamn Disney. Get put in mouse prison. But yeah, that Adventures in the Magic Kingdom, man, that was just. I just wanted to take a moment to thank you for watching, and if you enjoy videos like this, go ahead and remember to like us on Facebook and also subscribe on YouTube, or if you want to, you can go to our website. We have all of our information there, and also email us. If you have a topic idea that you'd like to see, go ahead, email us, or just email us one of your creepy and weird stories or photos. You have an experience you want to share? Go ahead and share it with us, and then we will read it on the air.